This is Attack of the Clones Part 2. I'm playing around, guys. Sorry to do that kind of introduction. Decided to try out some new fun stuff. Anyways, I'm gonna do a review on the new episode of Shokugeki no Soma. In other words, Food Wars Shokugeki no Soma. Now, this episode right here, the third episode, actually came out pretty nice, you know, and I'm actually pretty shocked and surprised about some things here and there. I'm just like blown away right now. Like, okay, let's get going. Okay, we get another good heroine, which is Megumi Tadokoro, you know, and it was pretty funny, you know. She was all prepared, you know. When she got to school, her grades were really horrible though. Like, it suggests that she gets expelled, and I think in my mind, oh my dear lord, you gotta calm down first, you know. And yeah, student ceremony, it's just the regular as always, but when a new transfer student just came in, that was someone that just got expelled by Erina due to the fact that she does not like his attitude towards her. Says she's all like royalty and nobility blood. I'm like saying, you serious about this right now? He ended up making a speech just like saying, I'm not gonna lose to any of you suckers, alright? Those who do not serve well to our customers. I think I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, he just slapped him across the face and saying, I'm going #1. And as for Erina Nakiri, she's like saying, I don't know how you got in, but this is a mistake. And he says, really? I just got this acceptance letter. Would you even say so yourself? Oh my gosh, dude, just like redheads, okay? Red is my #1 color of our lifetime. Just in case if any of y'all who do not know that, red's my #1 color. And this redhead already proves that to me. And etc. Anyways, as the episode progresses on, we see to it that our buddy, that the moment he starts class the next day, you know, he's like saying, oh, I'm looking forward to it, you know. As for the other students, they go like, as for the other students, such as the two girls, I think they're Megumi's friends, and they go like, we actually like that kid. His attitude like that is actually a big survival to the academy. Let's go. You know, that kind of thing. And therefore, we see to it that Megumi was missing, and she's like, I will not get near this guy at all. The moment next day, she's partnered up with him, you know? And you know, as for the recipe he's given, he doesn't really know what's going on, so he decides to take a look at it, and decides to take a look at the other sauces. But when Megumi dropped her guard to go take a look at something, those two boys who hate Soma so much, they screwed up his meal, and he realized it's salt. But he actually got some extras, and he says, "Oh, leave this to me. I just need your help." And later on, he finishes it like in 10 or 15 minutes. A couple students got A rankings, which is good. But the moment the chef that never smiles that ate his thing, he was actually surprised to see how it's so tender and how he does it. And they go like, how do you do it? He says, oh, I use honey, and I read this thing and that thing, and I think in my mind, dude, your whole childhood life is about being a chef, man. This is gonna be, you know? And the moment Megumi and the professor ate it, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm melting, you know? That kind of thing. As for the professor himself, you know, he's like, oh my gosh, he smiles and he says, I really wish I had the authority to give you a higher ranking, you know? And that's when everyone's like, holy, this guy's not all talk after all. Which is a good thing, because you don't want to mess with the guy who actually likes. It's kind of funny, you know? It's like, it's always been in this lifetime that this guy talks a lot, but when he actually does the action, he gets to do the talking. It's no joke, that's for sure. And after that, we see to it that our two boys who's been trying to antagonize Soma and Megumi, they end up messing up their meal and they get the E rating. I'm like, haha, what a sucker, go to hell, you know? That kind of thing. And when Soma and Megumi were having a fun time, and Megumi's like, I got a special person with me today. However, Soma says, try out this new recipe. And then he shoves it down her throat, and she's like screaming, ah! It feels like I'm being grilled so badly, it's terrible. Ah! And she says, I hate this person. I'm like, you got a person that's going to help you out, but you're going to hate him at the same time. Yeah. Speaking of which, I forgot to mention the Soma bees, which I really consider it Attack of the Clones Part 2. You know, that kind of thing. It was a nice episode overall. I actually enjoyed it. I nearly choked on my food the moment I saw those funny moments, man. I nearly choked on my food and nearly killed myself. Anyways, this was a nice episode. I'm looking forward to more. I'm actually enjoying it, you know. And maybe if it depending how many episodes this series gets, after that, I think I'll hit the manga, because it's just so interesting. Okay, so anyways, I'm just gonna end it here, people. Tomorrow, expect a lot of crazy reactions. You know, I might do I was thinking about doing maybe a simple live reaction to a certain episode tomorrow, but I'm still thinking about it. You know, I'll give it some thought. I'll give it some thought at first, because yeah. So if anything else, I'm just gonna end it here. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys. In my next video, right? Peace out. Bye-bye.